Yeah, you can't take anything away from DJ Boyson. He's been around for many years. He started in the Formula M's years ago as well on the short circuit. We don't have those Formula M's, unfortunately, anymore, but he brought all of his experience to the main circuit. And he did win his section last year in that Dyco racing machine. And of course the Burner Factory joins him with that. Storm Lanphier in the Mantellis racing machine. No Class C cars, unfortunately. Actually, only one, sorry, Hayden Elwood. We don't have Damien White. In the first race, we didn't have any Class C cars. And then a whole gaggle of Formula V's out there, which was very exciting to watch, especially the big battle between Zayna Munson and Kelly Fletcher.
Yes, Byron, that class, that Libre V class is an extremely action-packed one. I mean, yes, you have the Class S Libres of Storm Lanphier and DJ Boyson, but you know, they just run along ahead and they do their thing. But the Class V's, everyone's so spread out. You've got no spoilers, you've got fairly similar power amongst all of them. So it really comes down to just mechanical grip and driver skill.
Well, you also have the semi-slick tires on the V class as well, as opposed to the slicks. And as you mentioned, the wings on the Reynards that will head the field. So that just shows you over here that you have a much more twitchy car. And of course, when you have the Formula Fords and you have the Formula V's that are very twitchy like that, that provides us some wonderful racing. Always, as the second place man cuts through the middle of the field and gets to his rightful position on the front row. The Dyco racing the Burner Factory machine. There's Stephen Reed, of course, the man who runs that car, along with DJ Boyson. Lanphier alongside him in that beautiful blue machine of his. And of course, the Lanphiers go years back here at Killarney. Zayna Munson and Kelly Fletcher, they share row 2. That is the front of V class. Lights are on, and away we go for the start of this race. And what a fistful of wheel spin we have for Lanphier. Once again, even more than what we had in race 1, and that means that the whole shot into turn 1 goes to DJ Boyson.
I think maybe we did curse it a little bit with the commentator's curse by saying that, but now it just comes down to what Storm Lanphier can do to just sit behind DJ Boyson until there's a position. And already there's still quite a lot of sand after that GTI Challenge race, and it's really thrown Storm Lanphier out. And it looks like he's struggling quite a bit, and that's not going to help him in the slightest. But now moving back to Class V, we have quite a little bit of two groups of gaggle. Fletcher, and that is...
that'll be... what's his name?
Zayna Munson's in there,
Zayna Munson,
as they make their way into Sorrel Sweep. Turn 4, coming out of Sorrel Sweep and onto the back straight. There's that orange car.
It's Cyril Somerville, I think.
Cyril Somerville, yes.
Actually, speak under correction there. I think it could be Donovan Ramsey. Frankie, I think, mentioned it is Donovan Ramsey. My apologies, everybody. But already, look here, that we have DJ Boyson come to the line and record his first lap. 1.6 seconds ahead of Storm Lanphier. They head into turn 1 for the second time in this 10-lap race. We keep onto the main straight, though, Jordan, because we have Zayna Munson, who currently leads that V class. But the big battle now is between Donovan Ramsey and Kelly Fletcher. And Kelly Fletcher is on the outside. On her inside is Donovan Ramsey. They'll be side by side through there, but the inside line, of course, will fall to the man in red, and that means Donovan Ramsey should get himself ahead for now, but he doesn't have the corner advantage for Castral Corner, turn 2.
Coming through turn 1, that was a bit of a struggle for Kelly Fletcher, but now coming into turn 2, she's got the whole shot and is now holding ahead of Donovan Ramsey to take that 4th position away from her as they come into Interceptor Corner.
Hayden Elwood, sorry, Jordan just went straight into the garage now, so his race has been run. Ulrich Heissamen not in this race as well, one of the newbies. So we only have a handful of them left in there, actually 9 to be exact. We look at this gaggle of cars coming through here, the likes of Smith, Sonneville, and Anderson as well. Remember, Joshua Smith, a newcomer in car number 83 here, but DJ Boyson crosses the line, a 1:14.813 compared to a 1:15.235, 6/10 of a second faster and 2 seconds advantage over Storm Lanphier that Boyson does have.
And you know, Byron, we look out into the sky now and it seems like there is a storm brewing, but not for Storm Lanphier, because it looks like he's just falling behind and he has no pace to catch up with DJ Boyson as they come into Interceptor Corner. I have no idea what there is that Storm can do, but he's going to try and put the pedal to the metal to get onto the back end of DJ Boyson. As we watch now coming out of turn 1, Zayna Munson pulling ahead of Katie Fletcher and Donovan Ramsey for that third position.
Yeah, it looks like Ramsey is now in third. Solidifying that second position is Kelly Fletcher at the moment, keeping that little bit of an advantage ahead of Donovan Ramsey. Half a second when they cross the line. Coming through the turn 3 section, Munson sitting with a 1.5 second gap when they cross the line. And now we go onto the Tygerberg straight now and run it towards turn 4. We'll see them as they come around once more here as the leaders now go into turn 1. Once again, and the gap is just growing and growing there, Jordan. DJ Boyson, a 1:14.2 compared to a 1:14.3 of Storm Lanphier. It's 2.1 seconds now that the Dyko Racing man has over Storm.
It does seem like Storm is picking up a little bit of a pace and is staying consistent, but it's not a better pace than DJ Boyson's to catch up to him. So I'm hoping that maybe, I mean, these Class S guys come up much faster than obviously most other classes in this race due to the power difference, as we see Zayna Munson crossing the line with Kelly Fletcher and Donovan Ramsey heading into turn 1.
The big one now to watch, Jordan, is a Cyril Somerville and Ricky Anderson baton now. Actually, it's Joshua Smith, my apologies. Ricky Anderson's a little bit further back. Joshua Smith gets past just before the turn and into turn 1 now. That will mean that Joshua Smith is up a position past Cyril Somerville. Ricky Anderson in the background. James Beaumont rounding everybody off in that number 21 car in 9th position.
We see now, watching them go into turn 2 Castro Corner as the leaders pass us again on the main straight coming into turn 1. DJ Boyson still holding out with a 14.0, but Storm Lanphier a 13.7. So there is definitely pace there. Enough by the end of the race with still 6 laps to go. Byron, I'm not sure.
0.3 of a second out on that last lap. He's going to have to work a bit harder than that. He's got a few laps to go, 6 laps to go exactly, and including the one they're on. So yeah, they come out of turn 2 now through the kink and now through Interceptor Corner, and you can even see him basically eating into that gap at the present moment. Down the back straight though, we watch the likes there of Joshua Smith and Cyril Somerville heading towards turn 5 now. Is a move going to be made? We'll see them as they come through there. It's going to be side by side as that red, white and blue car of Cyril Somerville has a go at the camo car, but the camo car will stay right ahead.
We now move into turn 1, Byron, with Zayna Munson still holding it out in 3rd place ahead of Kelly Fletcher and Donovan Ramsey. But Donovan Ramsey has fallen off a lot behind Kelly Fletcher, so I don't think there's going to be a chance for Ramsey to catch up and get that 2nd place in Class V. But, they're spreading out to each their own, and we look back now, coming into turn 2 is this battle as DJ Boyson's passing these backmarkers, and I believe it's going to slow him down. But we look now into 2 as Joshua Smith and Cyril Somerville. Yes. Joshua Smith and Cyril Somerville coming through with their little battle. And that is for 7th and 8th. But now the leaders pass and they go into Interceptor Corner. DJ Boyson still holding it out ahead of Storm Lanphier and hoping that there will be a little bit more time to gain.
Remember, the two Class S cars lapped the entire field in race 1. I wouldn't bet against it this time, as the Dyco Racing, the Burner Factory car, the Reynard of DJ Boyson pierces through the back markers. The blue flags will be waving for them, and following suit and losing time over the last lap, Jordan, Storm Lanphier. He lost 0.2 of a second the last time, a 13.5 for DJ Boyson, a 13.7 for Storm Lanphier.
We look now as they come out of turn 5. It's the 83 and the 61 of Joshua Smith and Cyril Somerville fighting towards the line, with now coming up on 4 laps to go. That battle's going to get a little bit more hairy under those last 2 laps. But now we watch as the leaders come out of turn 1 and into turn 2. Still quite a considerable gap to DJ Boyson as he's going to pass another back marker.
Yeah, Ricky Anderson is off at turn 4, Jordan. I've just been notified of that. I don't see any yellow flags waving down in that section. So where exactly that car is parked, I don't know. But, well, they'll be coming through there now. There we go. Oh, on the outside of the turn, that will be a yellow flag situation over there. And, of course, no passing under that situation.
Now we look down into turn 5 as there's a battle heating up between Kelly Fletcher and Donovan Ramsey.
Are they even waving yellow flags?
Yes, that's Donovan Ramsey and Kelly Fletcher making their way out of Pertamina Foster on their nose to tail with the front 2 passing them now. That'll stir things up a little bit. Hopefully no drama comes of that.
Yeah, down the straight they then run. The leader crosses the line. You can start feeling it getting a little bit chilly over here. Did I maybe see a few spots on the windows? I don't think there'll be any substantial rain, but we go through turn 1 and we go now onto the Joubert Straight, and look at the gap. It's 1.7 seconds once again as they make their way past Kelly Fletcher, who currently leads the V section ahead of Zayna Munson. That was quite a gain that she got over those last 2 or so laps.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, because I see Donovan Ramsey's only coming through turn 2 now, so there must have been some sort of issue with the leaders coming through the back markers to cause that. But Kelly Fletcher must be quite happy in her current position to be leading Class V. But you know, it's still getting more and more grey, and there are drops falling. With these cars on semi-slicks and the Class S's on very high power, we might be looking for a little bit of drama here.
Well, high power stiffly set up, and on slicks Jordan, of course, they've got the wings, but here goes a challenge for the lead in Class V at the moment into turn 5. It is going to be Zayna Munson once again ahead of Kelly Fletcher, but Kelly will come right back at him. She'll go into the slipstream on the main straight over here through the kink and run it towards the line. 2 laps left to go, including the one these two are going to start now. They'll be side by side as they rocket it up to the turn 1 left-hander, and it will be Zayna Munson that will hold the lead for now with these 2 laps left to go.
Oh, this is a bit of a wild battle coming out of turn 1 at the moment. Kelly Fletcher's definitely going to want to try and pass that 30 car of Zayna Munson, but it's not happening at the moment. But she's going to maybe try take a wider line so she can get a better exit out of Castrol Corner to try and fight Zayna Munson into turn 3. But now we watch as they come through the kink now towards Interceptor Corner, and there's still about a car's length gap between them. So Kelly Fletcher's going to try and use as much of that straight line speed of hers to get up onto the back of Zayna Munson coming down the back straight.
5. I think the leaders are coming into turn 5 now, Jordan. Sorry about that. And, well, we'll watch them come around and start what will be their final lap of the race. On the main straight now for them. Towards turn 1 they all run. It is DJ Boyson that took the lead at the start, as he did in race 1. He's done likewise in race 2, and he comes through turn 1 still marginally ahead by 1.3 seconds over Lanphier onto the Joubert Straight. Of course, here comes a Munson now, Jordan. Look at this battle over here in the slipstream for Kelly Fletcher.
I'm watching Byron, and Kelly Fletcher has a beautiful run coming down to turn 1, hoping she is around the outside before the braking marker. but Zaina Munson just gets on the brakes a little bit later, but Kelly Fletcher's going to hold it around the outside. No spoilers or any aero in this car, so it's all cojones and guts from these guys and girls. And Kelly Fletcher makes the move stick and pulls ahead of Zaina Munson, but Zaina Munson's going to try again around the outside through Castrol Corner to try and get that position back for first place in Class V.
Leaders going down the back straight now towards turn 5. They will then run. They are much closer than they have been. It was 1.3 seconds the last time around. They come out through the corner now, through Pertamina Farshon. It's a dead heat to the line. I think DJ Boyson might just have the legs on him to get it there, and he will do so by 0.3 of a second at a fastest lap of 1:13.220 for Storm Lanfear.
Right on the last lap, Storm was definitely on some sort of pace, but now we look for this first and second battle for Class V. Zaina Munson takes the inside line. Kelly Fletcher's going to have to make some sort of move and maybe dive around the inside with a little bit of a cutback, but no room. Zaina Munson blocks that off as we watch them come down through the kink, past the new pits and under the bridge. This is going to be Slipstream City for Kelly Fletcher, but I don't think it's going to be enough. She's going to make a pull around the outside, but it's just not enough. By just over a front wheel goes to Zaina Munson to take first place.
Yeah, 300ths of a second or 34 thousandths of a second there, Jordan. As well, here comes Donovan Ramsey now. Gets himself a third place in class. Couldn't quite hang on to the battle ahead of him. And then coming into turn 5, this was actually a bit of an unsung battle, you could say, between a newbie, Joshua Smith, and an experienced head, Cyril Somerville. And Joshua Smith will be a super rookie and take that, what is 6th position from Cyril Somerville.
And a lonely James Beaumont crossing the line with quite a lonesome race, I'd assume. We didn't really see him much throughout this heat. But I mean, what a brilliant run from all these guys and girls, or guys and girl. And especially Storm Lanfear on that last lap. I said that something might come out of it, especially with these raindrops coming in very lightly. I mean, we might see some for the Clubman's race next, but this very much, for such a small class with very little entries, it was brilliant.
There was some great stuff there and some great racing from our only open wheel class today as far as motor cars are concerned. But, of course, we have saved an amazing race for the very last of the day, and that, of course, will be the Clubman's class. And I'm going to hand over to two gentlemen with a very big appetite for racing and dessert trays, but they will be coming up next, and we have a bit of cleanup on the track first, but we'll go off air for a short bit. But stay tuned, because Clubman's is going to round it all off.